can faster, stop faking. Stop unlawfully expropriating. Bulletproof cause your protector. Parents, ancestors, your creator.
Hi guys, welcome to Secular Advocacy TV, and I go by the name Currency. So this is my encounter where update on installs what is outdated. And on today's episode I'll be talking about child torture in God's name. That was an experience I had while I was growing up as a kid. I tried to express my feelings to the elders and they were not even giving me listening ears. They felt like I wasn't making any sense at all. So even while I tried to push so much harder to let them know this is what I wasn't comfortable about, they said forgive and forget. But at the same time, my question has always been, how can you forget experiences that taught you lesson in pains? That can never be forgotten because it is an unforgettable scar. So talking about child torture in God's name, there's this pastor located in Eneka Obio Abo of Rivers State, Port Harcourt, who goes by the name Joseph Ifediora. He conducted a 3 days rituals where he had to, deliver children from some evil spirit, he said. And he said he was being directed by the Holy Spirit when he was being interrogated by the police in the police custody. But funny enough, I see this like it's not making any sense at all, because even a 10-year-old girl whose mother was there had to defend Pastor Joseph during all these things that were going on, because I wasn't seeing any sense in this thing. Now take a look at this. You're creating a scar for these children, because how would you have to torture and brutalize them all in the name of God, trying to say that you are trying to deliver them from some certain spirits or whatsoever? It's not making any sense at all. Now let's talk from the side of the children. How do you feel they are going to be? This is an agony that you're giving to them, and they are going to grow with it. So Pastor Joseph conducted a 3 days ritual where he brutalized and tortured these children, even by he and his assistants were whipping these children with palm rods. And while I was reading this story, I felt so sympathetic for these children, even while the children were almost naked and they were being whipped by these pastors and his assistant, and they were throwing them from one person catching this person and one person is catching this person. I felt like, this shouldn't have been done in this way, because these people feel like they can always offend and hurt you and go back to a skydiving imaginary God and ask for forgiveness, and life goes on. It's not supposed to be so. I feel like everyone has to share this love equally. We are all equal, be you a child, be you an adult, or whatsoever that you are. We are supposed to share this love in equal. But if it's not working this way, if no one is showing me love, if everyone is brutalizing me and torturing me all in the name of God, then I'm not going to be comfortable being so religious. I was tired of delusions, I was tired of lies, I was tired of mites, I was tired of being deceived countless times without number, over and over and over again. Not until I was awakened and I was like, I'm done with this entirely. I'm not cool with this anymore. So I just wanted to live my life the way it was. But growing up as a child, being born in a very religious home, and you just have to respect people's decision over your lifestyle, and you being curious, and then you're not getting the questions, the direct answers to your questions, and you be like, oh God. Being religious doesn't even make you a critical thinker. I repeat, being religious doesn't make you a critical thinker, because you are always dwelling in these outdated books written by imperfect human beings. I see these books as fairy tales. They are not true, because I can't believe the fact that someone will tell me that he has to walk on water, or if your faith is as small as a mustard seed, then you can move a mountain. That's not possible. No matter how big your faith may be, it's never going to be possible for you to move a mountain. How would you tell me that I have to walk on water? Look, no matter how mysterious you be, or no matter how tricky you be, it's not going to be possible for you to walk on water. Yeah, that's just the truth. So being tortured as a child, being brutalized as a child, and there was just no one to express my feelings to, even while I did, and I didn't get like the directions to follow. I felt bad. I felt vulnerable and naive as a child, and going to blogs and reading news, and then you are seeing this thing happening over and over in different places in Nigeria. I'm not cool and I'm not happy with this. Pastor Joseph Ifediora was a pastor who did something I don't like to these kids. You tortured them, you brutalized them, and don't expect them to forget it that easily. It's not going to be fair on them. They are just kids, they know nothing, so they don't deserve to be punished this way. You shouldn't have punished them this way, or because you're a religious leader and you feel like you can control the parents and make these children suffer from what they know nothing about.